Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to... Do you have a name for the podcast?
Shut up.
I don't know why I even ask. Welcome to that podcast. I'll probably think of a name while editing, so... I don't know.
Title screen here.
Horrible editing. Title screen here. So...
What's our topic?
So basically, we made this podcast because we like talking about old, retro...
And new.
Games, and new.
And old.
Games. We
and
love
medium,
all games.
And their games.
What is a medium game?
Shut up.
So, sort of games like... Hold on, I'm turning this down still. Or am I turning that up? What am I doing?
Just do something.
I just turned it up. That's what I did.
Okay.
Alright, so, sort of games from Atari Pac-Man to freaking Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which I am going to play sometime.
I don't want to play it, and I don't condone...
You don't condone violence.
I don't condone the video games that are terrible. I'm kidding, but sort of not. So what's our topic? Let's talk.
Our topic is shooter games.
And starting off, our thoughts on the Call of Duty franchise.
Zelda theme song. Basically, we're talking about games from... What was the first shooter game? Doom? Or...
Wolfenstein.
Basically from games from Wolfenstein to Call of Duty Black Ops 3. The newest shooter game, basically.
Or we could talk about Doom 4.
Shut up! No one cares about Doom 4!
I care. It's gonna be good.
I care.
It's gonna be great.
I'm flipping the mic so much.
Okay, so, our thoughts on the Call of Duty franchise is what we're gonna talk about now. And I'm gonna start
You got a topic, yeah?
Okay.
I'm just gonna eat.
So, I like the games, and I know this sounds kind of weird, but I like a sixth of all those games. I like the zombies, and even then, it's kind of gotten repetitive. And the zombies in Black Ops 2 was kind of boring.
It was only 4 zombies so far. Well,
I mean, it was
technically 5 because of Advanced Warfare, but
that zombies was weird. I mean, it was cool, but
it didn't have the feel of the original zombies.
No, it was like, I don't know.
As far as I can see from the zombies trailer that I've watched, is that Black Ops 3 zombies isn't gonna be like Advanced Warfare zombies where you can jump around and fly. It's gonna be like regular zombies. Mm-hmm. So you're just running around. You don't double jump, hopefully. But there's a lot of cool stuff about the new zombies. Have you seen any videos about it? Yeah,
but they look cool. But the actual core part of Call of Duty, I kind of hate, because Call of Duty. I mean, it was a PC game. Came out. When did it come out? Let me see.
It came out. The first one came out in 2004, I think.
2004
or 2003 to 2004.
So it was a PC game and ran on the Quake 3 engine. I'm pretty sure. And it was a shooter, and it was...
I don't think it ran on Quake 3. Did it?
No, it did.
Did it actually?
Yeah.
Why did everything run on Quake 3?
Well, and Unreal.
Quake 3 is a god.
The Quake engines were great. But, so, now we're talking about... Okay. It ran... It was great. It was a good game. And it didn't have all the stuff that the games have been known for, the bad stuff, like the regenerating health, the very, like, just simple, shoot the bat. I mean, it wasn't, like, very, like, the new games don't feel that inspired. I mean, like, you could play Advanced Warfare. That's probably the most original of the newest ones.
Yeah.
But you can play Modern Warfare 2, and then you can play Modern Warfare, then you can play Modern Warfare 3. But they're the same game. Like, they are literally the same game, and all the weapons, they just feel the same.
Yeah, but the thing about Advanced Warfare, I mean, it's sort of original for Call of Duty, but it's not original for the rest of the shooting franchise.
I mean, Titanfall did it years
I just say shooting franchise.
God.
Yeah, Titanfall basically was the first one to have that sort of feel to it. Well, like, of modern shooters, not old shooters, because old shooters already...
Yeah.
It's so weird. Old shooters went from super sci-fi to normal, like, modern war to sci-fi again.
Yeah.
Just with better graphics.
But, so it did, I mean, the first couple of Call of Duty games were World War II shooters, and Call of Duty 1, one of the main things that made it cool at the time was the inclusion of iron sights. Now, iron sights were in a couple of other games, but, I mean, they weren't popular like Call of Duty was. So iron sights, that kind of made it cool, you know, it felt kind of pseudo-realistic. Wow, I have to aim at the enemy with my gun. I didn't just have a little crosshair. I mean, I had a crosshair, but it kind of sucked.
Yeah. By the way, I just looked it up. GoldenEye 007 on the N64 is the first FPS to have
iron sight? No, it didn't.
Oh.
No, it had, like, when you aimed in that game, it just had a little crosshair.
You lied to me.
That was red. Okay, whatever. So, that was
some
cool
form
about
of aim down sights.
Yeah. So then then Call of Duty 2
bomb.
came out a couple years later, and that was the first game to have regenerating health like we know it now.
Yeah.
And the first game didn't. The first game had med packs, which is pretty cool. So
honestly, I like med packs in games because, like Halo, which we brought up a discussion at a camp that we go to about regenerating health, regenerating armor. In a lot of the Halo games, and
every single Halo game except Halo 1.
Yeah, has regenerating armor and health. But, right? Is that right?
Just well, basically, Halo, a lot of people think that was the first game to have regenerating health, because that came out in 2001. But Halo 1 didn't. Basically, you had a regenerating shield, but then you had a health bar. So your health bar didn't regenerate. So let's say you were going up against a bunch of elites, you get shot a bunch of times, your shield would go all the way down, and then your health would start depleting, but you could get med packs.
Yeah. And that was a really cool thing, because that's...
It had, like, more... It was more complicated.
Yeah, it's a futuristic game, but they still have med packs, which is actually really cool about it.
Alright, so then skip forward to 2004. This was after Call of Duty 1 came out, which did not have regenerating health. Halo 2, basically... It's a great game. Halo 2 is fantastic. Yeah. But it took out the whole health bar, and just your shield was basically all your health.
Yeah.
So that was...
So actually, at the camp, him and one of our instructors basically told everyone that Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach, or some of the Halo games, didn't have regenerating health. And actually that's correct. Halo 3 ODST and Halo Reach didn't have regenerating health.
Which was one of the reasons that I really liked them, because regenerating health isn't always bad. The way that makes it bad is if a game like Call of Duty, where one shot will significantly lower your health. Sometimes. Sort of. I don't know. Okay, so most it will lower your health, which is good. But then your regeneration time is really, really, really long. So, when you have your regeneration time being really long, and you can't take that many bullets, the core gameplay is cover-based shooting, which sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, you like, I like Wolfenstein, like the newest games, like the New Order, the Old Blood, and those had cover-based shooting, but not regenerating health. So it didn't feel as, like, weird. Like, I mean, you'd basically be like, so let's say there's a helicopter, like a boss, semi-boss, whatever. So you have, like, an RPG, you shoot it. Then, oh, dang, you have a bunch of bullets. Just hide behind cover for a minute. Then shoot it. Like, it was very slow.
One thing I've been thinking about this for Call of Duty, is the regenerating health, is that the game would be a lot more hard, and not a lot of people would like it if you just died instantly from one bullet wound.
Well,
or
yeah,
like a few.
that's why if you play games like Quake or any of the older shooters, you can pick up armor, so your health will go away because of, like, getting hit. Yeah. But you can prevent getting hit by, like, circle strafing, running away. But in the Call of Duty games, you really can't do that. You have to take cover. You can't run from the bullets. It's basically hit scanning enemies.
Yeah, because, like, the thing about Call of Duty is that it's actually sort of realistic from the amount of shots you can take, and except for freaking RPGs in Black Ops 1.
Oh yeah, and all the games.
You have to hit someone directly with an RPG to actually get a kill.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's stupid.
But in Call of Duty games, you have very minimal health. Mm-hmm. And so you can't really run from shots a lot and sort of hide for a second and then be able to shoot them without regenerating health. Yeah. Because in, like, Quake and Unreal, your health
you can take a couple more shots.
Yeah.
Like if you play games like Quake 3 or anything, you can take a bunch of machine gun blasts, but it still makes the gameplay more fast-paced. And another thing, circle strafing. In older shooters like Doom, Quake, even a couple newer ones, you could basically, for example, on a PC, you could hold down the shift button and just kind of strafe around enemies while shooting, which would usually like not would. I mean, realistically, you wouldn't get hit as many times.
And in like a lot of games like Unreal and Quake that have sort of a little bit less gravity, you're able to like jump around and like be able to jump away from shots.
Yeah, so it's more fun. And honestly, all the shooters nowadays, they just don't feel going back to my main point, they just feel uninspired, honestly. I mean, you play like Battlefield 4, which is an alright game. I mean, it basically feels like Call of Duty 4, like Modern Warfare. You play Modern Warfare 3, they all feel the same. I mean, all the guns are reskinned, like the one thing I found stupid was in, I think in Advanced Warfare, they took like an AK-47 and they called it an AK-74 or something.
Yeah. And
they made the skin different. It's basically the same gun.
I mean, there's some
from
exceptions,
every other game, and it's just like
there's some exceptions like the AK-74U, which is
different, but it's like all the guns feel the same. I mean, there's a lot of weapon variety, but in games like Doom and especially Quake 3, all the weapons. Like, everyone had a basic machine gun. Everyone had a rail gun. You know, all the guns were very similar. But there wasn't... They all served a different purpose in a way where you can have, like, an AK-47 and, like, a fully auto, like, commando rifle or whatever it's called. And, I mean, and it's basically the same gun. Sure, there are stats, like, a little more accurate or a little less this or that. And it's like, they all feel the same.
Like... For me, most of the Call of Duty, the first like original Call of Duty games were pretty cool. I mean,
those were World War II shooters, and some of them had like the I think it was in Call of Duty 2 with the D-Day mission.
Yeah.
That mission was fantastic. It was realistic. It made you really tense, and it made you care.
Yeah.
But the newer games, it's just like follow Captain Price to the point. Shoot every Nazi in your way, and then just
that actually brings up a point that like. For the campaign, a lot of the missions are follow someone. If you see enemies, shoot them. That's all the campaign. I mean, that was kind of like the original ones, but
the original ones were based on real. They just felt better. I know we're kind of rambling here, but,
but one thing I have to say is like the first few Call of Duties were really great. They were all cool. I mean, they were sort of alike, but they were different because they sort of progressed.
Different missions, like they would progress in history.
Yeah, like they would go from World War I to World War II to the Vietnam War to the Cold War.
That's why I loved Black Ops 1 because, I mean, it was similar in the missions, but like the story, you were fighting a real bad guy.
Yeah.
And it just felt real. Another thing, I mean, shooters nowadays, they're all trying to be realistic, you know? But they lose they lose their charm. Like, you can play, like, Wolfenstein 3D. You're fighting Mecha Hitler, like, and these, like, priest guys that are, like, Hitler, that are shooting Nazi, like, balls at you. I don't even know. Balls. Yeah, so it's just... But you...
Hame Nazi.
Yeah. And then you're playing, like Duke Nukem or something, and it's like, you know, it's very original, and it feels different. So,
but like you
feel like care went into that game.
Yeah.
Not just like, oh, we gotta get a new one this year. Oh, slap this texture on, there you go. I mean...
Honestly, I can't English. That's what I think they're doing with most of the Call of Duty games. They're like, okay, enhanced graphics... Maybe add a few more guns. Just slap on a fancy title. There you go. There's
the graphics aren't even that much better. I mean, honestly, you can look at, like, let's say Modern Warfare 3. It doesn't look that much worse than Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you have like a decked out PC and you have like all this stuff, then maybe it looks better. But I don't know. It just doesn't. It feels uninspired.
Yeah. From what I've seen I played Call of Duty on my computer before and on the Xbox. I've seen it from that to freaking Advanced Warfare. There's maybe like a 1 year difference, looks like, of graphics. I mean, they were ahead of their time in graphics, but they really haven't upgraded much.
Oh, and I play a bunch of retro games like Quake 3 and like Doom and all that, and I always have a better time because I remember the game. Like I can play Black Ops 2, and I've beaten the campaign before. I don't remember anything. I don't remember the story. Like, that's why the older games made sense. You had a big threat. you know, you were trying to stop, like, what's his name? I'm forgetting. In Black Ops? No, in Black Ops. Black Ops? No, what's his name? You know, the guy for Cuba.
Fidel Castro.
Yeah, you were fighting him, and if you know basic history, you've known what he's done. You know, so
he's an asshole. He's Mecha Hitler.
Yeah, and it's just
a little fact that I just learned. Punch Out, the original one, was the first one to have regenerating health. It's the first game to have regenerating health.
Okay. Okay.
Shh, it's a little tidbit. Maybe people want to know which one was the first one to have regenerating health.
Okay, well, that's not. We're talking about shooter games. If you have noticed. But I mean, there are other newer games that are pseudo-realistic, like games like Day of Defeat, which I mean that's World War II. That Day of Defeat, if you ever play that, that's a great game. That's on Steam, but
I haven't played it yet.
Well, it's good, yeah. I mean that's an older game.
What I have to say about
2010.
What I have to say about shooter campaigns is Halo.
No one cares about the shooter. I mean, Halo they care, but I just want.
That's what I was trying to bring up, you freaking idiot.
Okay, well, do you know what? You have to be.
Call of Duty campaigns, I have no care for. I've never beaten one except for almost Black Ops, but he beat it for me.
I mean, I've beaten them, but it just doesn't feel like they're fun. They're somewhat. They're forgettable.
Yeah.
Like I could play Modern Warfare 3, and it feels just like Black Ops 2.
Like,
it's just.
I tried starting the Modern Warfare 3 campaign. There's like Ghost. I don't know who he is. Shepard. I don't know who he is. There's like some. I don't know the names of these people. I only know Shepard and Ghost just because everyone like cries about them every day. But like Halo, they have a small little cast of characters that actually matter, that you can actually feel for them. Like Master Chief when he loses Cortana. Spoiler alert. Unless people haven't actually beaten Halo 4 yet.
You'll edit that in, I guess.
Hopefully, maybe. I don't care.
So. But you want a character you care about. Like,
Cortana, she dies.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Or like if anyone's played like Duke Nukem Forever or Duke Nukem, probably
don't care about Duke.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But I mean, you care. I mean, you know, he's a big jerk. You know, he goes to porno and all this crap. But you feel invested. You feel like the character is fleshed out. So it's like. I mean, you can play every Call of Duty. It's just like this silent soldier who's just like he never talks. You know, you never interact.
Like,
I mean, you could say the same thing about like Doom and like that character or like all the other games. But at least they, I mean,
but okay, sorry, I want to bring up one thing. When the Call of Duty Ghost came out, everyone was like, "Ooh, maybe it's like Ghost came back from the grave because apparently Ghost died," or like maybe it's Ghost's son. I don't know who Ghost is. I don't care who he is, but. What they have to bring up about Halo, when Cortana died, I almost cried.
Oh my god. Okay,
Cortana's my favorite
Spoiler alert.
Play Cortana on your computer. Ask Cortana a question.
Oh, you mean Windows 10?
Mecha Hitler.
Okay, Jesus. Okay, now we're just going off topic.
Go play Cortana. I want to listen to her.
So,
she died.
Going back to our initial thoughts, what
this.
do we think about Call of Duty and all these like shooter games that are... I don't like them. I think they're uninspired. They're being rushed. I mean, they all feel rushed. Like on launch, every game nowadays that comes out, basically every game is buggy as hell. It's terrible. Nowadays. I mean, have you played?
No.
Okay.
Probably not.
but games made by like Ubisoft and like remember when Watch Dogs? Remember when Watch Dogs came out?
I actually like Watch Dogs.
How awful like the gameplay was. I mean, it was. I mean, not the gameplay, but like the glitches. There were bugs.
But
I mean, all of these games, they're being rushed and then they're patched eventually. But a game shouldn't be released how it's gonna be. You know, like. Some people
like halfway through completion.
Yeah, like some people complain about Destiny. How like when it first came out, there was very little like.
There were
content.
very little bugs.
There
was bugs.
No, there was very little content.
Yeah,
and I mean games that are hyped like all this way, and then it's like, oh, it's coming in DLC.
Yeah,
I mean that's bullshit.
I mean,
you know, I want my damn game. I paid $60. Now I have to pay another $40 to get like
DLC is just a complete ripoff.
Oh yeah, unless it's like for Duke Nukem. That is great DLC.
You are a horrible person. What DLC is free that I was going to bring up? What game has free DLC? Do you know any games that have...
No.
I know there's one.
There's like the soundtrack. You can get the trailer for the DLC for free. There you go. Oh my god, I'm downloading CSGO and it's taking forever.
Yeah, so here, you talk for a second because I need to finish this.
Okay. So let's talk about another topic because that was just a mess. What we just said. That was just a mess.
I have something to bring up about Destiny.
Okay.
Well, actually, I have something to bring up about early releases.
Hey, here, I'm gonna send you something on Steam, and y'all can't see this probably.
All right. One thing about early releases, or not early releases, but games being rushed, is that the people who are complaining about rushed games are the people that are begging for the games to come out sooner. They're like, I want this game to come out. I'm not even on Steam. Oh, I am. They're like, I want this game to come out. Hold on. I want this game to come out. Okay, hold on. People are like, I want this game to come out right now. I want it right in my face at this very moment. I want it now. But then the game comes out sooner because the creators actually listen to them. And now they're like, oh, I hate this game. You should have waited. But they're the ones who are causing this game to be how it is.
Got a new topic.
Bring it up.
The FNAF games. Five Nights at Freddy's.
Hold on. Wait.
Jesus. So
I don't know how to do this.
Some people a lot of people love those games. And they are genuinely scary, except for Five Nights at Freddy's 3.
Fuck you, Five Nights at Freddy's 3. I'm not showing my middle finger. There it is.
But I just want to point out, so the FNAF games, if you don't know, were created by one guy, Scott Cawthon, who basically created a game franchise that made so much, was so popular in 1 year, less than 1 year. He made an entire, 4 games, and now he has a movie coming out.
What is that called? I know there's...
What? The movie? Or...
No, never mind.
Alright, so, my thoughts. I love the FNAF games.
Say your opinions, go right ahead.
They're good. They're genuinely good games. But, the first game was very new. It was very, original.
Yeah.
The second game... it was tougher. It was kind of more of an expansion, but these weren't expensive games. But it came out 2 months after, 3 months. And I find that either these games were rushed or they're completely easy to make. Which I think is kind of stupid. Because it's the first game had very little budget. But after that game was made...
I have something to say about that.
I feel like they should have... You know how there's no animation in those games?
There's a little bit...
there's,
most of it is just a still picture that you look at.
Yeah. I feel like they should have added animation somewhere.
Well, yeah.
If you...
They did.
If anyone's played... One Night at Flumpty's 2, which is a kind of a funny game, but we'll talk about that later.
By the way, the price
that game has tons of animation. It has tons of new gameplay, and it's sort of a FNAF clone, and I'm talking about the second One Night at Flumpty. What?
It is a FNAF clone. It's not like a FNAF clone.
Have you ever played that game?
I've watched it.
It's very original.
It's very original, but it's based off of Five Nights at Freddy's. So it's not a clone.
Five Nights at Freddy's might as well be a genre at this point.
Yeah.
That game has a ton of animation. When a guy's at your door, he'll do this, and then he'll walk away. You really feel like they're real. But the FNAF
they're
games,
bubbles.
If you played Five Nights at Freddy's 4, that game scares the hell out of me. That game is great.
I own all 4.
I love Five Nights at Freddy's 1, but the 2 and 3, I feel like they were rushed.
Yeah.
If you've ever played FNAF 3, it's kind of it's all luck,
we love you, Scott.
We love, yeah. I want to marry you.
Please
and
have my babies. Yeah. Oh, God.
What the hell is this?
Tell me when you're done with your opinion or your...
But you can talk, but it's just why can't... He should have released Five Nights at Freddy's 4 instead of the other 2. Because the other 2 were just kind of... FNAF 4 is... Because it's totally different. There's no camera. Yeah. But, you play Five Nights at Freddy's 2 and 3...
You're a fucking kid. You don't have a freaking camera in your house. Dumbass.
Yeah, but it's more new feeling.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just rambling. Y'all probably don't even care. Y'all probably already bought the new game. He's probably gonna make the DLC's probably gonna be like he could charge like $1,000 and people would be like, buy now.
Actually, what Scott has said about the DLC is it's actually not an expansion or add-on to the game. It's sort of a new thing, but it's part of the Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain how he explained it, but
I have like a link to the article.
I'll probably just read the article right now if I can find it.
Okay.
I'll try to look for it while I'm talking. So, the first Five Nights at Freddy's was $5, which is actually really cheap for a game, and
it made sense, because, I mean, the game isn't terribly... It can take you, like, 4 hours at most.
5 hours, hopefully.
I mean, there's some replay value with the custom night, but it's like... I mean, it's not like a 8-hour to 16-hour game, which... I think marks the price tag for $60.
Yeah.
But that made sense. I mean, how much was FNAF 4?
FNAF 4 was $8.
Yeah.
And actually, Five Nights at Freddy's 1 was $5, and the rest of the games were $8. So they were actually really cheap for the games that they were.
Yeah, and they made sense. That I like that they were that price, and they didn't jack up the prices too much. But honestly, the games... I mean, at this point, it's not targeting, like, my demographic. It's more for, like, the kids who just want to be like, oh, wow, look at this jump scare.
Yeah.
You know? And it's not, like... I mean, the jump scares can be scary, and the atmosphere is really what gets you. But if you play FNAF 4, it's... I mean, 3.
It's unpredictable.
FNAF 3. It's not scary.
I'm talking about 4.
It never scared me. It was just I mean, you wait in this little menu, and it's like rebooting ventilation, and it can
that
take
part
up
was
to,
just annoying.
Yeah, it would take like minutes, and it was just like he's coming towards you. Wow, what can I do?
Yeah.
He got me.
So the thing for me about Five Nights at Freddy's 3, I played it on my YouTube, which you can probably check out. It's stupid as fuck.
Well, yeah, they're gonna watch it because it's the same channel.
They're not gonna. No, shut up. Sit down. Sit. Okay, so for me, Five Nights at Freddy's 3, when I played it, the atmosphere was sort of creepy, but it just seemed like an amusement park, which is basically what it was. That's what the setting was, but it seemed too childish, but not scary childish. And the first jump scare that scared me was Balloon Boy, and that was only once. Because I knew
but those don't even hurt you. No, they don't.
After the Balloon Boy jump scare, after the Chica jump scare, I knew when those jump scares were going to happen, so I was like, okay, there's Balloon Boy on my camera, close camera, there he is. Okay, I'm not scared anymore. And
the game was just cheap. Like, it would make you reboot. It was random. Like you could just have to reboot everything, like, every 2 minutes, and then, boom, Springtrap hits you.
Yeah, and apparently the way to get rid of Springtrap is to, like, play a sound somewhere in the hall, but that doesn't work.
It's so buggy. Like, it just never works. Like, he'll be right in front of me, like, looking at me, and I'll be like, all right, play a sound in the next room. Play a sound. No, it's not doing it. And then, boom, jump scare. But then the next time, I'll play a sound in room 10, and he'll be right next to me. He goes right there. Like, immediately. And it's just... It doesn't make any sense.
It feels like the game was randomized. Just like, is
way
he going to attack
too
you?
Much randomized.
He's going to attack you. He's going to attack you. No, he's not going to attack you.
The other games were randomized, but that one just felt like you had no control.
The thing that made Five Nights at Freddy's 1 so popular
was the atmosphere.
Yeah, it was
the feeling that you didn't want to get jump scared.
Yeah.
The jump scare wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But it could happen anytime. You were just trying to like frantically make sure everything was going well.
And
it wasn't random. It was all up to you.
Yeah.
If you could do it. I mean, they could... sorry I'm talking so fast, but like Bonnie could be right in front of your door, and she could stay there for minutes, which can be annoying. But, I mean... It wasn't like you sort of had control, sort of. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
really,
for me, Five Nights at Freddy's 1, no one knew what the game was. There wasn't much pictures about it.
It was brand new. It was
just a game that popped up. Someone played it. I don't know who was the first one to play it. Maybe some really famous YouTuber.
They all got like all the famous YouTubers got it.
And it was probably just a random game on Steam under horror that there's a cat somewhere meowing.
Wait, open that.
No, she's not in here. She's out. I know she is out.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. We have a cat in here. So, the first FNAF, whoever played it made everyone else play it, but no one saw any footage of it, no one saw any pictures of it, so everyone just went in there, they saw freaking Bareface there, and
no one knew what to do.
They just came in.
If you know what to do, then...
And the newspaper clippings didn't even really say much. They were just like, you got a new job at your place. And you just go into this room, you're just looking around. That's all you know. You don't even know if the animatronics are going to move. You only know that because of the phone guy, but you're not even trusting him.
One thing that really made the game interesting was the lore. I think that's why a lot of people play it, is for the story. Which I think is good. Yeah, Mad Pat. I mean, the game theorists basically made that interesting, because, I mean, everyone had their own theories, but he really pieced the story together.
I'm still waiting out for Five Nights at Freddy's lore story, Matt Pat. You better bring it, Matt Pat.
Oh yeah, his newest video, no offense, we love you, Matt Pat, but
love you.
That wasn't really lore, that was more like...
He was just explaining, it was... Yeah. Game theory, he doesn't need to explain how good it is, it's just how wrong Scott did the... Never mind. Okay. So, Five Nights at Freddy's 2...
We love you, Scott.
Who do we love more, Scott or Matt?
Jesus Christ, whatever. Let's talk.
Okay. So, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I played it without knowing exactly what was going to happen, and it was sort of creepy. It actually stressed me out, because I was like, what do I do when this happens? What is the music box? I don't know what comes out of the music box. What is this hat? What does it help? What is it? And then I put the hat on, Foxy scares me. I'm like, why didn't that work? Maybe there's a different way. You freaking flash a flashlight? What the heck? And that game was okay, but it wasn't as good as the first one. And then the third one came out, and we've already ranted about that. And the fourth game was just... It was new. You didn't have cameras. You weren't able to look behind you that much. You could turn around, put on a flashlight, you see a little Freddy plushie. You look in rooms, and there's actually a really cool mechanic about it. That's like... I don't know it.
Oh.
I haven't asked him yet. What was I saying? You freaking ruined my train of thought. So, Five Nights at Freddy's 4, it was like... There was a cool mechanic of the animatronics breathing. What are you doing?
Just talk.
Of the animatronics breathing, and if you heard them breathing, you can't turn on the light, but you know they're there, so you have to shut the door. But you have to open the door to check them again. It's like, are they there? I don't know. All I know is there's breathing. And I shut up, cat! I don't know where she is.
You're a mess, man.
I am a mess.
Really.
I have a very bad ability to stay on topic.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about FNAF 4. The reason I really love that game is because, for one, it changed up the formula very much. But two, in the other games, you could basically turn down the volume and it would be like half as scary. But in that game, you have to have the volume up, because you have to hear the animatronics. Which I think is one of the best mechanics that he could have added. Like, that really fixed the game for me.
Yeah. And... I know this isn't really like a big thing about Five Nights at Freddy's, but one thing that actually like added to sort of the creepy feeling was the one Easter egg, or really not really Easter egg, but hidden thing was Golden Freddy, which was just some random thing that some people had and some people actually had footage of. I know the first time I saw was on a stream of Yummy Mash, and he was just randomly playing, and is the cat in there?
I'm trying to figure out.
I should keep that door open just because the cat might be in there. I saw it first on Yummy Mash's stream, and then I saw it on a bunch of other people's because I wanted to see how they got Golden Freddy. But it was just a really weird thing that not many people knew about at the time, and some random person suddenly just... It happened to him.
Mm-hmm. We could probably Half-Life. Half-Life 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Half-Life 3 confirmed!
So, Half-Life 3. Let's talk about it.
We should talk about the hype for it.
I am kind of pissed at freaking Valve. Okay? I love Valve. I'm sorry, but they have been a couple...
Fuck you, Valve!
Oh my god. They're gonna take down our Steam accounts.
I have Origins. I can play Sims.
Oh my.
And Battlefield.
You can play Sims 3 on this. On Steam.
Fuck you, Steam.
Right, so...
Fuck you, Origins.
So...
Sorry. Love you,
Lately, Valve has been focused on the Steam controller. Valve has been focused on Steam machines. Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Okay. And Valve has been focused on VR. If you don't know about the VR, look it up. Okay? Okay. So, what... I mean... And also, Valve has been focused on their 3 most popular video games, or multiplayer games. Put them right here. Alright, Dota 2... TF2, and Global Offensive, CSGO.
I'm not going to edit those in.
Okay, great.
I don't know.
So,
it's a podcast.
those games are the biggest multiplayer games, and you might be thinking, why would they be focusing on them? Because Dota 2 and TF2 are free to play. Basically, what Valve has been adding is cosmetics, guns, just like stupid stuff that you have to pay for. And that's what Valve has been focused on for a while in terms of games, which I find really stupid. Because sure, you can make a ton of money on cosmetics, but I mean, why? I mean, and we know that they're working on Left 4 Dead 3. They're working on Left 4 Dead 3. They all know.
Is that confirmed?
Well, I mean, have you not seen the screenshots and everything?
Well, I have, but it's just Left Dead.
So they've been working on Left 4 Dead 3, basically. I think. I'm pretty sure. Everyone, shut up. Okay, I'm sorry. Jesus.
Actually, I think there's...
Let's restart this. Cut all of this, okay? Cut all... You will be cut. Okay.
Actually, I think one thing about... Hold on.
3, 2, 1. Hello, we are back. So, we're talking
Fuck
about...
you, Valve.
Alright, no. Cut that. Cut all of this. This is all bad. Okay. 3. Hello, we are talking about Half-Life. Because Half-Life 3 is confirmed. No, it's not.
No, it's sadly not. So basically we're going to be talking about like Half-Life 3, Half-Life...
Steam controllers, Steam machines...
Basically Steam in general.
Yeah, just Valve.
Yeah.
So, if you're a huge Half-Life fan like I am, I just want to point out, I have
You
not...
to bring up Danny?
No, I've actually... Well, I myself have beaten Half-Life 2, Half-Life Episode 2 a while ago, years ago, before I even played the other games. And I am currently playing Half-Life 2 Episode 1. And you'll be thinking, wow, you took a while to play these.
Wow, you're so...
Well, do you know what? I'm pretty young, okay? So,
He's 5 years old. I'm kidding. Okay,
So, and I've played Half-Life 1, most of it, and I bought Black Mesa. It's an early access remake of Half-Life 1, and it's great.
Real?
Huh?
I want to get that.
Yeah, it's like
keep
$20.
on talking, sorry.
And it has great multiplayer. But, it's in early access also. So, Steam, Valve has been focusing on Steam, Steam VR, Steam machines, and the Steam controller, which we'll talk about that in a minute. So, they haven't really been focused on game design, except for the new and pretty much confirmed Left 4 Dead 3.
Half-Life 3 confirmed?
No. Well, Left 4 Dead is a great series, and I hope Left 4 Dead 3 is really good.
To me, Left 4 Dead is, like you said, a really amazing series of, like,
I mean, it's very co-op based, and I love co-op based gameplay.
And also the atmosphere. When I was younger, I don't know why I started playing shooter games when I was really young. You did too.
I played Halo when I was like
played
7.
Left 4 Dead, and I actually sort of got scared. I couldn't sleep one night because of
But that
Left 4
was
Dead.
when he was like 8.
I was really young, so
so
please don't hate me.
But so those games were really good. But I don't see why Valve is taking so damn long to make Half-Life 3. Now you might be thinking, well, Valve has to focus on other things, and they make more money on Counter-Strike, TF2, and all this Dota 2. But okay, they make a lot of money on that. But what are they doing? They're freaking selling cosmetic hats that everyone just buys. Like, why are you buying them?
We're looking at you. You know who you are.
You are forcing Valve. It's your fault.
No, I'm talking about one of our friends. He knows who he is. I'm gonna link him to this video. I know who you are.
Who?
Shockwave.
Okay.
We know who you are.
Okay.
Buying them hats. You're giving them the money.
You're forcing Half-Life 3 now.
I love you, Shockwave.
Okay. Alright, so
okay, but
Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I follow Valve News Network, which is a great YouTube channel. Subscribe to them now. I'll give you a break. You can just do that now. Okay, now you okay, great. Okay, so he has talked about Tyler on the show. I probably should. I'm not going to say his last name. He says it, but he always has everything to say. If anyone leaks any information, he looks at it, he tells us the truth, and I really respect him.
We love you, Tyler.
Even if he tells us Half-Life 3 is not coming out, I feel bad, but I also am glad that he's spending his time yeah. So he has talked about how he has looked at the info and he's found out that Half-Life 3 only has a couple people working on it. 5 people or less. And they're really focusing on Left 4 Dead 3. Sorry, I'm interrupting.
Yeah. Hold on, let me just say one thing. So for all you people who do love Half-Life, Half-Life 3 is in the making, but that doesn't mean it will come out.
I mean...
There's barely anyone working on it, so don't get your hopes up.
Yeah. So, honestly, I'm baffled by this. The amount of pre-orders alone... Valve is floating in money. They are floating in money.
They're freaking Scrooge McDuck in that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's not like they're bad people. I love Valve, but... Why are they so... Why can't they do it? Even if it's a half-ass game, which it won't be. If it is, I'm going to be pissed.
Half-ass.
Yeah. So...
butt cheek.
They're going to make tons of money. And I know they don't care about the money, but... imagine how many pre-orders just for the memes. They would kids would be like,
they're probably getting money for those.
They
memes.
would spend $60 just for so they could be like, Half-Life 3's out now, guys, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. So I've agreed with the statement
Half-Life is their most popular franchise. It has great story. It's fun, and they could just make it could just be based on Half-Life 2. You know, it could just be like, oh, we're fighting the Combine again.
Yeah.
I don't care. As long as it's a good game, I'll be fine.
So, I have agreed with the statement that Valve doesn't need to make Half-Life, and they probably won't because they're getting so much money off cosmetics.
They don't need to, but
that
they
actually
should.
sort of makes me mad because that means that they only care about the money and not the games they put out.
Somewhat.
I mean, they're giving us hats, but, does that mean that you love us because you're giving us hats?
And there was the whole paid for mods fiasco. Do you remember? Do you know about that?
Yeah.
Where they... Alright, so if you don't know about the whole paid for mods, it's been fixed. But what Valve would do is, certain mods that you could find on Steam, you would pay for. Which was supposed to be a good way to give the developers of these mods some money, really support them. But basically, let's say you pay
takes a lot of money.
So you pay a certain amount of money to the mod.
I made a Minecraft mod once, and that was hard enough.
Alright, so you pay you pay some money, not a lot, a lot of money. Basically, the developer of that mod got about 20% of that money. Yeah. The rest, some of it went to whatever, Activision or whatever, whoever made the game. Yeah. The rest of that money, 60% of that money, went to Valve.
It was just
and it's just
see, I agree.
Really? Yeah. It makes me pissed because this is Valve. They're supposed to be the company that cares, but
we care.
But they really.
See,
I don't.
I agree with Valve for their idea of giving the developers
money. Maybe if Valve got 20%.
Yeah.
And because the developer is doing all the work. Valve putting the game on Steam.
Here, we'll just put it on here. That's so much work. I'm sorry. I have to put in a couple numbers.
Yeah, and it's not like they need the money. It's not like they... for God's sakes, they're floating in cash. Yeah. They lost $1 million to this, and you might be thinking, wow, now Valve learned their lesson. The reason they changed this was because people weren't buying their games. And $1 million to Valve is chump change. It's literally nothing.
Yeah.
So they didn't do it because of the money. They did it because people weren't trusting them, and they need them to trust them to buy their games.
So that actually brings up a topic that was up maybe a month ago about the YouTube problem with the Nintendo problem with YouTube and people recording their games. So Nintendo is a very stupid corporation. Sometimes. We love your games, Nintendo, but you're stupid.
Oh my god, yeah.
So basically what happened was Nintendo decided that they should get some of the profit for people putting out videos of their games. And so they were
basically free advertising for them. Let's say Markiplier or someone Let's Plays the game. Which I like Let's Plays, but I think they're kind of...
Yeah.
For the amount of money they're making, they're pretty easy. And now, the YouTube is just flowing with Let's Plays. By the way, we're going to do Let's Plays.
$4 million for PewDiePie.
But, I don't really watch PewDiePie, but I respect him, whatever. But, so, people would be Let's Playing, let's say Mario Party. The people watching would be like, wow, that's a cool game. I want to play that with my friends.
Yeah.
But instead, Nintendo would take down the video. No, copyright. And it's
Yeah.
What? You're making money off of this video.
Yeah. But
you did nothing to make money.
But
really,
the thing about theirs
it baffles me.
If they made a partner program that you could actually put out videos and get money for. But the thing is, they have a small select few of selected games that can actually be on YouTube. And then they get like more than, I think they get like maybe 45% of the profit. YouTube gets another part of the profit, and then you get left with like 15 or 20. I'm not exactly sure if that's correct. I'm on the page right now actually trying to look up how much you get.
Our facts are kind of terrible. We're not fact checking this. We're just kind of on Wikipedia.
I'm trying, but I can't find it right now.
Yeah.
So basically, YouTube gets a lot. Did I say YouTube or Nintendo? YouTube gets a lot. Nintendo gets a lot, and then you get left with a little scraping of whatever money is left. And there's only some approved games, which I think is like Super Smash Brothers.
If that was
actually, it doesn't have Super Smash Bros. I don't think it.
You're kidding.
I don't think they have any approved games for.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not sure, but I think it just said that they. I don't know, but freaking Nintendo is a giant corporation. They've made consoles, they've made games, they've made so many type of hardware and stuff that you can use, and advertisement for them. Let's Plays are basically advertisement for a game. I watch PewDiePie, I watch Yummy Mash, I watch Game Grumps. They play games, I'm like, I want that game. That game is pretty cool. So I download it. The person gets money who is the or the company that's made the game. They get money from YouTubers basically advertising their games by accident. So it's like Nintendo. You're getting money for people buying your games. Actually good games. I mean, I bought Super Smash Bros. Because all my friends were playing it, YouTubers were playing it, and then
I bought our Wii U because my friend had a Wii U and we were playing like Marvel superheroes and it was fun as hell.
And we've bought an NES, like a few NES games, an N64, a few N64
we
games
have like
because
all the
of YouTubers.
Yeah, because of like the videos, and I know Nintendo's not making the money off that, but we're giving you money because someone's made a video about your game, and they were talking about,
you're getting money for old games that you don't even care about anymore.
Yeah. Hello guys, we are back, and we have a new topic.
Fuck you, Valve.
Doom 4 by id Software.
Fuck id Software.
My god, how could you even say that? So if you're not familiar with id Software, which is probably a couple of y'all who are really young, they basically created the first-person shooters. They made it.
Did they make Wolfenstein?
They made Wolfenstein, they made Doom, they made Quake, which Quake 1, honestly, I don't like that much, but that's for a different
You're a
time.
disgrace to the gaming community.
Well, I'm spoiled by Duke Nukem 3D, which is another old game not made by id Software. They also made Quake 3, Quake 2, all the Quake games. And then they're making Doom 4, which is coming out in 2016.
Half-Life 3 confirmed?
No.
Are we back on this topic? Half-Life?
Okay, so if you don't know about Doom, it was the second first-person shooter ever made. Probably the most popular shooter of all time.
More popular than Wolfenstein than Mecha Hitler.
Oh yeah. Wolfenstein is nothing compared to Doom. Doom is a great game. It's on Steam. Buy it now. Okay, so
yeah, it is.
Doom was made in 1993, and then there was a sequel in 1994 called Doom 2, which is basically similar. It's like an expansion pack, more like, but it's still a good game.
Yeah.
Then there was Doom 3, which came out in 2004.
Which was the first 3D Doom.
Fully 3D, yeah. Because the other Dooms looked 3D, but they had flat sprites, So,
like,
once
polygons and shit.
Yeah. No, that's sprites. 3D. Oh my god.
Freaking disgrace.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
Doom 3 is not everyone's favorite game. It's sort of controversial because Doom 3 took a different approach to Doom. The first Dooms were all action, but then Doom 3 added horror and more like atmosphere to the whole story. I like Doom 3. It's not my favorite, but it's still good.
Yeah.
So now Doom 4. It's been like 11 years.
To me, sorry, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. To me,
it's fine.
Doom 4 is less of a thriller or like a horror.
It's going back to the style of Doom 1.
But it's still sort of a dark,
gritty
shoot 'em up game.
Yeah. So Doom has I love the weapon selection in Doom. I love it. You get the pistol, which the pistol is still pretty damaging. Then you get the shotgun, the super shotgun, which is double barrel, and it shoots both at once. It's amazing. Then you get the chain gun, and then which is basically a minigun, but chain gun sounds way cooler.
No.
So yeah, it does.
No. Stinger minigun.
Alright, that's Unreal. Shut up.
Unreal is amazing.
Okay. So then there's the plasma rifle, the BFG, the chainsaw. There's all these awesome weapons. And so Doom 4, if you've seen the trailer, we'll probably have a link, maybe not.
I don't know.
Doom 4, the trailer looks fantastic. It is back in the old style.
Actually, while I'm editing this, I'll put the trailer.
Yeah, it sort of looks like Borderlands. If you see it, like the way you pick up items is like Borderlands, but it's
not the graphics, but like the gameplay.
Yeah, it's not shell shaded and stuff, but it looks so good. I mean, honestly, I'm excited because it's not gonna be like freaking Call of Duty 10. You know, it's just gonna be like
it's gonna be Call of Duty 10.
No, it's not. But it just looks great. And it runs on the id Tech 6 engine, which should be great. id Tech 666. I'm sorry, that's a terrible pun.
Half-Life 3 confirmed?
No.
Valve is the devil, Half-Life 3 confirmed.
But I'm really excited. I know not that many Doom fans are kids anymore. I mean, if you grew up with it, then you're probably 20 years old.
I think, if anything, I grew up with Doom 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't even, like, able to play it when it came out.
But it's really,
it's actually been a really long time since.
If you don't even like Doom, then you should. I mean, really,
if you don't like Doom, well, you should. But...
Yeah, I mean, it created the first-person shooter, and it's one of the most influential games, right up there with Mario and Pac-Man. Like, it is fantastic.
Like he was saying, if you haven't played Doom, this isn't really like something that you need to go back and play them. It's just something that here's a new Doom. Go play it. It's Doom 4. It may be a fourth game, but just go play it. Be your first.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I would play Doom and Doom 2 and Doom 3.
I would.
Probably. I would play all of them. And they're all good. What?
I wouldn't. Fuck you, Valve. I've flipped off the camera so many times. Okay. Are you done with yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to say Doom 4 looks great, and I'm excited.
So I watched the trailer about a few months ago when it came out, or however long ago it came out, and then he showed me it again just so I could have some more reference. And what I've sort of noticed from the Doom gameplay trailer is that it sort of brings the sort of more violent,
gritty kind of thing.
Yeah, gritty
one
stuff.
thing I forgot to say is think of like a really gory shooter plus Mortal Kombat. Like in the trailer, you can do these like finishing moves, or like let's say you shoot an enemy a couple of times. It's kind of like the executions from Duke Nukem Forever, but you basically like rip its head off, or like it's cool looking.
Yeah. So I love how we like rant about shooter games for like the first part of it. And
now we're back.
Doom.
Yeah.
So what I like, it brings back the violence. And, I mean, it doesn't look really violent in Doom 1 and 2 because it's pixels, basically.
But back then, it was insanely violent.
I mean, I feel like if we were kids back then, our parents wouldn't let us play it.
Oh, no.
They'd be like, no, that's too violent. And now we play it, it's like, what is this? Is this some kind of child's game?
It's still a great game.
Call of Duty.
It's still a great game. Oh, it's more violent than Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah.
But,
like...
I mean, you rip apart, like, a chainsaw.
But, like, nowadays, for little kids, Call of Duty would be more brutal than the original Doom.
Probably. Well, I mean,
because parents are more used to the good graphics.
There's still like pentagrams and
shut the fuck up.
Anti-Jesus stuff.
Fuck! I was about to say fuck you, Jesus.
Well, that's not.
I love you, Jesus.
That's really
double G.
We're probably gonna lose like 80 viewers just because you said that.
I only have 80 viewers.
Jesus Christ.
And I don't even think all of them watch my videos. But okay. So. It sort of brings that, like, pixelated gore and stuff to, like, 3D with, like, punching through chests, like, ripping heads off and going full fatality on people.
And you could say Doom 3 was violent, but it was much neutered, because the first Doom was incredibly fast-paced, all action, but Doom 3 was much slower and much more about atmosphere and story, which is good.
Yeah. But, Doom 4, what I was saying is, like, It's like the old pixelated games.
It's kind of the mix of Doom 3 and 4, or Doom 3 and 1, and 2, which is Whatever.
It has sort of the atmospheric, like, devilish, undead creatures or whatever from Doom 3, but then the fast-paced, blood-ripping, just death of Doom 1 something, I don't know. So, I really like how they're just bringing Doom into this new, like, era of video games from, like, when... Can you look up when Doom 3 came out? Because I don't know when...
2004.
There you go.
Right around the time of Half-Life 3. So 2004 was a great year for old-school shooters. I mean, you had Half-Life 2...
Fuck you, Valve.
Oh my god. And then you had Doom 3. So, I just want to say, if you've never played Doom, you should. You could find a free version online. You could buy it like I did on Steam.
Pirate!
But yeah, it's a great game, and it started the genre. You could say Wolfenstein did, but Wolfenstein wasn't as popular.
Wolfenstein basically molded, like...
Yeah, what Doom was gonna be. And if you, like...
And then Doom basically just gave it its popularity.
Yeah.
And then it went from that to the fucking, I don't know, cyborg future advanced fucking warfare. We just went in a complete circle. That's how podcasts work.
Yeah.
We went from...
We're not talking about Doom with the whole cyborg. We're talking about...
Mega Hitler.
We're talking about, what's his name? Advanced Warfare.
Oh, yeah. And actually... sorry, bring up Titanfall, but we're on a different topic.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
I just want to say, Doom 4 looks great. You should check it out if you like any of the Doom games, which you probably don't, because we don't have that many viewers. But if you don't like them, then...
I love you, 88 subscribers.
You really should like them.
You my homies.
Like everything. Don't hate everything. Love it all, except Call of Duty.
Try stuff.
Hate Call of Duty.
Hate Call of Duty.
Hate Call of it.
Fuck you,
Call them.
Fuck you.
Let's end this while we're at...
I love you, Treyarch. Okay, thank you guys for watching. You did. Thank you for sticking around for God knows how long this is. It's an hour and 4 minutes of recording, but I'll sort of cut it down to maybe about 40 minutes. Whatever, it's on YouTube.
It's gonna be fun.
So yeah, we'll maybe do some more of these. I don't freaking know. And in a little bit, we'll do some Let's Plays. And,
yeah,
you guys will probably see them like a few days later, but...
Let's
fuck you, Valve.
Christ.
# fuck you, Valve. Alright, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed.